So this one is a dream about when I went to hell, and I went down there and I was chained. I was chained, and it was like in the movies where everything was all red and it was hot, and like the ground was just like kind of like hard dirt. And there were people. Now they looked like people, but I knew they weren't people. There was a pretty blonde girl with normal modern clothes on it, but she had a pointy stick. It was long and she was holding it, and she used it for torture. And there were other people chained next to me. I couldn't really see them, but I saw them kind of from the corner of my eye. And she came up to me and she said, "Would you want to get out of here?" And I said, "Yeah." And she said, "Okay, well, I can switch someone from Earth and switch with you, and you can go back to Earth, but they have to come down here." And it was so scary and so bad down there that I know a lot of people said that they would do it, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I said, no. I said, God would never forgive me. I don't want him to get mad at me. That's what I said in the dream. And then she said, "Okay, well, that no one's passed this test in a long time." So like in my dream, I knew she meant like centuries. And then she released me from the chains and sent me to Earth. And in my dream, I could see, like, I could kind of see like a movie, like I was watching a movie, and you could see like the top of Earth. And then right below it was hell. So I could see, the difference. And then when I went to Earth, I saw that everything was just completely messed up. It was the apocalypse, basically, and everybody was running and screaming. There were demons that looked like humans, and they were jumping from rooftop to rooftop. They were running in from house to house to house, just killing, causing havoc. So at that point, I just ran. And that was it. That was the end of the dream. And this dream, people actually had. So I actually heard other people saying that they had this same dream, like multiple people on YouTube. So they didn't have the hell dream. They had the demons running around and jumping from rooftop to rooftop and going from house to house. Demons looking like humans, which is like, I keep having dreams that I'm seeing other people are having, and it's crazy. So that's one of them. And then I had another one where I was on Earth, and it was like thundering, and it was like a storm. It was demons again, but they looked like humans. They had me chained, and they kept asking me like what side I was on, and what are you? I think they said, and I wouldn't say that I was on their side, and then I kept saying no, and then these words just came from my mouth as a man's voice, and it was just so powerful. And then it started lightning and thundering. I just screamed, "My Lord is my King," and it just like the power of the Holy Spirit just came, and it was an amazing feeling just to have it was like Jesus just spoke through me, and or the Holy Spirit, something. So they knew, and then they knew that, you know, there was power in Jesus. They knew that there was power in the Holy Spirit, and that Jesus and the Holy Spirit was dwelling in me. So all these dreams that I've been having are like of the end of the world and of demons in human bodies just torturing us and running havoc and doing whatever they wanted. Let me think of another one that I had. I had so many. There were so many dreams. I went to heaven. One of them was with Jesus bringing me and showing me heaven and just opening doors into heaven. It was all white, and like there was like a rainbow in like the hallway. And I just walked into each room with him. He just opened each room, and each room was just this white, bright light. I don't know if he was showing me the rooms of his Father's house. I'm not sure, but that one was amazing, seeing Jesus. So maybe this is it for this video. I'm gonna look at all of my dreams. I gotta look at them, and I have to read them from the paper, maybe, because every time I have a dream, I write it down and then I printed them all out. So I'll come back and tell you more. Okay, God bless.